Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Teners the Human, and welcome back to our King Arthur campaign. You join us in North Italy, where King Arthur is ready to start moving south. Although you will notice there are some Scipione's armies running around over here as well. This is the ridiculously strong force we saw last time with the urban cohort, and the most fearsome of all, the incendiary pigs, of course. So we're going to be a little bit careful about those. We want to pick our battle carefully. We're going to move King Arthur to the bridge over here. We should just make sure everything else gets tidied up. Now, a few assassins floating around, which means Arthur is running a bit of a risk here. I'm not sure what he's got in terms of protection. Master of Assassins is going to protect him. He's probably going to be fairly simple to defend, albeit Victor does give him a slight bit of worry. But we can go send him a spy, which will work very nicely. Now, we do have an assassin over here to take out one of these two. 95% on you, 95% on you. We'll take you out your 3 ability. Might as well try and keep us protected. As for you, sir, you can get back. Actually, I say that. We can take him out next time. That will be absolutely fine. This spy, though, might as well go and head back to Arthur. If you've got a spy here, all the better chance of keeping Arthur defended, albeit a fairly basic spy at this point, isn't he? Not too much of a problem. Now, obviously, we're getting our boats over here, slowly getting a few more built up. So I don't want to launch them out until we are definitely going to win. Over here, we can definitely poke at these two. Lovely stuff. Sunk them both. Lovely. They were both damaged. I think one of them had some forces on as well. So they are now drowned, which is good to see. We have also a few heavy chariots. You need desperately some retraining. They should probably get back to the land, actually, shouldn't they? So you can do that, and we'll send them back this way. We'll send you the long way, thank you very much. We need to get those trades in Pendragon, because that's where there's a weaponsmith to get those. No, there isn't. Oh, I thought there was. Where am I sending them then? Nowhere, because nowhere has a weaponsmith. Right, better get that built over here somewhere then. We're going to get the Shrine to Andrasta over here. That will get us Wage Warriors and the Head Herders going forward. We do to make sure we have some of those here and there once and so often. So to Jessica over here, nothing too much happening. That army got scared away by Bedivere. Sorry, not Bedivere. Yeah, it is Bedivere. Bedivere's force have come back over here. So hopefully we'll be absolutely fine to be able to hold on to that. Get a little bit more infantry in the short term. I did about 20,000 monies last turn. I've pumped it into buildings everywhere. I think I've got a long queue of things. So like over here, there's a list of things lined up. So we do have money if we just want to take the list of infrastructure projects off. So there actually are a few more of these assassins around than I thought. So you, sir, go and take care of this guy then. I was going to see if we could have a poke at them first, but nope. We'll leave it as we are. We've got ourselves a spy and an assassin. Very, very strong assassin over here. Good old Briton Malgos. He can take out anyone who comes too close to Arthur. Got to keep him safe, you know. Over here, though, we are lacking spies, so we need to be careful, actually, with the rest of these chaps. Possibly a better idea in the short term. Go get our spies back in this direction. Yeah, we've got a few warhounds being trained. I think, actually, I'd rather you get a spy right now. Thank you very much. I do enjoy the warhounds, even though they went a little bit bugged last time. Yeah, that's very interesting attacking this slinger. He's not going to get home, though, so we'll just leave him there to die a death. That's going to be a shame for him. Now, Bordersholm up here. We have this under siege. To be honest, I'm just trying to see if I can tease them into battle, but you never know. You might get lucky with a kill here. Didn't think that was actually going to work, but you never know. Always have a chance. 56%. Oh, missed the target. Oh, that's a bit sad, isn't it? Okay, we'll send this guy down here. We seem to have plenty of assassins around to have a go. 13% chance on you, and he got himself killed. Great, the better assassin died. With that, we're down an assassin once more. Do we actually have a spy of you? We don't. We should probably make sure we are defended in terms of assassins. But we seem to have cleared them out in that part of the world. So we'll see what the Germans do. We are going to launch a bit of an offensive. To be honest, Vickers Gothy is incredibly rich with all of its lovely amber resources, as well as silver and what is this, iron? Yeah, all the lovely iron. Really good settlement, this one over here. So you definitely want that. A few wild animals, I assume, over here. Yeah, plenty of wild animals. And obviously by this point, you have yourselves defence in depth. You also have yourselves the forest. You can plug this up without too many problems. Anything is data over here, but honestly, they'll be so stretched and weak by this point. I wouldn't worry about them all that much. We'll go stand by Quincum. Just a bit of a spy manoeuvre more than anything else. Got to keep an eye on that. Oh yes, and of course over in the east over here, we do have the Scipiones who seem to be landing a couple forces on the island. We'll just wait at the moment. I'm kind of happy to sit around whilst they, whilst they hang about the island. We'll just get ourselves sorted out in terms of this next unit of British heavy chariots coming through. That will help us before the next bout. Okay, they are starting to send through the Quinqueremes. We need to be very careful about those guys. Could cause us a lot of problems. They might actually be able to beat our force here by itself. So yes, we do need to keep an eye out on that one. Right, we want to get this diplomat back over to probably Pontus and Greece actually. Go have a chat with them. So maybe we do have to give them a little poke. Don't know if we'll win this. We did indeed. Oh, we sunk them. Wow, they might have been damaged. I didn't actually check. Well, diplomat, get yourself over here. And, yep. That's what I want. Diplomat over there at Halicarnassus. Go have a chat with Pontus. Lovely. Can we map information for map information? I think that would be sensible. Marvellous stuff. Yeah, they are doing very well indeed, albeit this Armenia is indeed Egyptian. So it looks like Egypt are taking the first spoils in their war. Bit of a shame. Pontus, when they do well, this normally tends to happen. They get kicked back immediately. Oh well, we'll go talk to the Greeks. To be honest, I'd rather get the boat back, so actually, yeah, we'll send him by land. It's probably the safer thing at this point. Right, time I think to end our turn, see if anyone wants to bite, but essentially we just need to build up our forces ready for this assault down into North Italy. Clear defeat for our boats this time. Sad news indeed, but I think the fleets at Narbi Martius and Massilia are probably just about ready to go at this point, so I'm going to get those together, head them over in this direction, and we'll take them on. Looks like they're coming to attack Glava. Interesting. We'll deal with that as and when the moment comes. Oh yes, of course, you guys. I'm sending you to a town that doesn't actually have a weaponsmith. We are building one up here, but we're also getting one at Bedivere, so we might as well just wait for that. Dacia and Thrace, I didn't know Thrace even existed still. I thought Dacia would have taken that last time they waged war, but apparently Thrace have managed to hold on there. That keeps them busy. That way they're not going to attack us. Okay, looks like we're going to have to plug up this little pass over here, take on these chaps. So, Esclabor, your great defence work is going to have to continue. He's going to be the Duke Wellington of our armies, and yeah, I'm sure he can do the job. I'm sure he'll be absolutely fine. Could do with a few more units, mind you. They're a little bit depleted. Can't retrain chariots at all over here. Well, that really is a problem. Okay, what can we do? You can get up to full training. Oh yes, of course, I sent them over here so they could get the weapon upgrade. That's what I did. So, send over there all of the lovely chariots. Juicy, tasty chariots. Get the war dogs into the army as well. 2 units of war dogs is kind of minimal, I think. 1, 2, 3, not an awful lot of infantry. Okay, if we can spare some infantry, we'll send them over. And I think Bedivere, you better get working on some more chosen swordsmen as we get those retraining done. Okay, yeah, the weapon upgrade is here at Pendragon, so we should really be getting this blacksmith sorted, because this is a great temple to mix with those light chariots, of course, so we'll get that sorted out. We might change that temple in time. We don't have a huge amount of missile troops, but we can, of course, at the very least, get some lovely upgrades to our chariot archers, so that'll be nice. Obviously, that's not really their main weapon as far as I'm concerned. We like to scare them a lot, but no, that will work for us very nicely indeed. We'll just make sure we get the retrain done between these two towns, and with that, you, sir, should have yourself an army that's going to be just about ready to face up to these guys when we need to head against them. So, British heavy chariots, well, these aren't going to be enough to merge, which is annoying. I tell you what, though, you can mix into here and mix with these guys. Lovely. That is good. Right, you, sir, get back over there. You, sirs, get yourself into there. Arthur can hang on the bridge. Things are looking very good indeed in this area, albeit we need to make sure we take out the assassins, of course, because they are causing us manner of potential problems. I haven't seen any warnings that we've been under assassination attempts. The game doesn't always give you that. You just have to kind of notice your trait appearing. I suspect they have had a pop at him a few times now. Security conscious. Yes, of course, he was being assassinated up here in the north as well, wasn't he? Poor Escalabor. He's he's got an honest man here. Intriguing. But that doesn't actually make a difference. Yeah, food taster, security conscious, scant trust. Yeah, he's got plenty on here to suggest that he's been fighting that stuff off for a while now. Right, get a little bit more infantry into your roster, please, sir. Over here in Glaver. What are we looking at? Honestly, we're not using the cataphracts that heftily just because of the chariot. What I could probably do if here, we've got the Woad Warriors coming through. We'll get the next temple so we can get more head hurlers. It's always nice to have those. They're very good at breaking any army that engages with our infantry. Really makes a big difference, I find. So we'll get on with that. And yeah, just make sure the ghouls can't cross over here. I'll tell you what I'll do. I actually will literally plug up the seas. Lovely stuff. Okay, good. So they can't get through my port anyway, so whichever way they attack, they're going to be stuck with some reinforcements. Marvellous stuff, marvellous stuff. Over in the east then, Alexandria and Rhodes are increasingly become public order issues so far away from the capital. I'm probably going to have to change that, so I might well change that before too long. Maybe we should go and make it over here in Camelot. Yes, let's make this the capital for the moment. Lovely stuff. That might actually do pretty bad things to my finances. I don't know. 7,206. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Corruption. 1,019. It does change quite considerably, by the way, when you change the capital. So it's always worth having a little look-see at the effect it has. Yes, you make a bit more money over there. Corruption's very, very similar. But in terms of public order, of course, that's normally what you find the most striking thing. I'll tell you what, it does often help for it to be a larger city that is making some money. So I tell you what, we're going to try it with Bedivere over here. It might cause a lot of problems over in the the northwest, back in the homelands. Yeah, a few problems indeed, but we can probably play around the tax rate and get a few bits and pieces built. We just have to be a little bit heftier on the garrisons over here. They're not so happy about that, but we'll have to get a bit of money in and we will go and sort that out. Yeah, Number Martyrs will just take off your big list of buildings for now, and we'll just make sure we pump a couple units out and get ourselves our stone wall. Stone wall will do very nicely, and the tavern, and that will start to settle them down. Likewise in Londinium, we'll get ourselves a lovely tavern. This chap over here can probably start to move on to a new town before long. And yes, that should hopefully mean things are a little bit better in this part of the world. Yeah, they're not happy. We obviously still moved only about a third or 2/5, I guess, of the way in this direction. But I'm not too concerned. What I really want to do, though, is probably go into battle over there. Before we do that, actually, Alexandria over here. A big part of the problem, of course, is because we have ourselves a load of Egyptian-cultured buildings. We do have a few barbarian ones, a few of ours, obviously. Now, whilst we are very much chill with these guys, one of the problems we obviously have without being able to build huge cities but having some of the buildings is that we can't redo any of these. And obviously Egyptian is a culture that only the Egyptian faction has, which is why this wonder here exists, of course, to negate those culture penalties. We obviously don't have this. It's pretty much a must if you're going to go take over Egyptian lands. Now, of course, I took this off the rebels, so I'm not at war with them. I don't really want to go with war right now. I want to make sure I'm just feeling solid enough. I am pretty much at the point, though, where I should start thinking about pouncing on them before they do it to me. So I had to plot an invasion of Cyprus, very rich town indeed. Grab these two in quick succession. But to do that, yeah, we're going to have to make sure we plot and plan it. And get some druids out because they're a very good support unit. What we'll do, though, we'll go and have a little look. I think someone actually in the comments said this a few weeks ago. Let's have a little look at the settlement here because it should be an intriguing mix. Here we are then in Alexandria. You can see all of our little Britonic ants wandering around. And yes, a lovely mural on the wall here. Classic Egyptian architecture. Got yourselves the arch, but they are our walls actually. So you've got the nice Briton walls, and over here, yes, we have our lovely Barbarian Shrine with all the green trees. We've just brought those with us. They are all these deciduous trees are perfectly happy. All the evergreens, love it here in North Africa. Marvellous stuff. Yeah, we've got ourselves a bit of a blend. At the moment, I suppose it's only a couple of buildings. We haven't built too many things ourselves here at this point. We've obviously worked on the farms and the roads and the walls and the shrine. So we've done a lot of the buildings inside. In time, this will start to transform itself into a more and more barbarian city, which is quite fun indeed. Obviously got ourselves, the blacksmith means that these trees are here, which is quite funky, isn't it? That's nice indeed. Yeah, always nice to have a little look at the city. It's such a shame they took this out of later games. We have to remember every so often to have a look in these cities, just see how they change over time, particularly these ones with the mixed culture, because they could be very fun indeed. Back on the campaign map then, it's probably time to go in and take on the Scipiones. Good, we managed to clear out another set of boats on our way back to port. Let's retrained when we can. This boat's not so confident about Quinqueremes. We have got command though, so I'm going to go for it. If I can't win this, can't win any of these battles. No, that is a problem. That's a problem. But the Quinqueremes really are just a different thing all to their own. This is even without their particularly their Corvus boats that are just ridiculous and will murder us. So let's go and head into battle over here. Scipiones definitely need to be pushed off the island here. They have a load of ballistas and quite a lot of well-trained units. Yeah, I think they're getting some of these out of Sparta there, but probably has a +3 experience temple still sitting there. Archers with +3 on the arrow. Somewhere they've got the Artemis temple, presumably. This is not good. This is a very strong force indeed. Got to be careful. Chariots can do the work, but actually there's quite a lot of siege equipment that we can just chip away at. So it might take 1 or 2 pokes, but I'm sure we can do it. Let's head into battle. Legionary cavalry then coming straight for our chariots. This will be interesting because normally the cavalry does get torn apart by the chariots, but these are very elite troops, so we might well find some problems here. We will see. We're just going to pile into them. The other general as well. That's the general gone though. That helps us quite a lot, I would imagine. He's not actually routing. No, now he's routing. There we go. War dogs get torn to shreds by chariots. They can do nothing against us. Perfect stuff. Okay. Everyone else, they're just running forward. Can we just get these guys into formation? Honestly, it's going to be a bit awkward now to get this right, isn't it? Okay, you get yourselves over there. That'll be perfect. Chariots, 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 chariots. Your job is to go and take out the ballistas, make sure they're not shooting at our main line. Why are the light auxilia just going to charge in at our slingers? What is this madness, right, slingers? You go on to skirmish. That's absolutely fine. Anyone want to help? No. Just pull back, lads. Just pull back. Right, all fine. Back here. Chariots ahoy. Lots and lots of problems. We're getting caught up in the legionary cohort. So please, guys, get yourselves out. You're supposed to charge in and pull away. No, they've got themselves in big trouble and now they're routing. But they might rout through them and cause a couple problems, or we'll get ourselves killed. One of the two. Don't really know what will happen. It's kept them busy, if nothing else. I'm sure we'll be fine. The only problem we've got is we've got people charging off like, the barbaric fools we sometimes are. All infantry, onto guard, please. That'll be magnificent. Run back into position. Chariots will come back in time. I won't worry too much about them. These guys, though, can just try and settle down. They're impetuous. They're a bit winded, so just need to be careful about that. Okay, they are now running through our lines, making life difficult for us. Perfect. Radiant Stingers to take on those light auxilia. We're in a fairly good position to do that, actually. Praetorian cohort coming in. Okay. This is where, guys, you probably need to come back and just help with the madness. Okay, all infantry. Infantry! Get yourselves onto... get yourselves onto Warcry, and then we're going to get in. They're in against the hoplites. So, actually, no, you get yourselves around, actually. Get yourselves around just a little bit. I do have cataphracts. I was trying to use those to protect from flanking. We will get everyone in at this point. Yeah, there we are. They're broken. chariots, bring yourself back around to there. Is absolutely fine. General, if you can just mop up those guys, that would be perfect. Only Trico will be shot by our slingers. Lovely stuff indeed. You guys get yourself back into position because I really could do with you not being all over the place. Now, we do have these guys over here. We do have our chariots and our cataphracts. Oh, sorry, cataphracts, full stop. Yeah, we have our cataphracts to potentially do something useful still. So let's go get our slingers, grab them. We can perhaps grab some of our chariots, just to do a bit of the mopping up duty, because that will certainly help us. I think, guys, it's your turn to get around the back, see if we can cause them a little bit more pain. So let's swing around the roses and hopefully, yeah, get these guys cleared out. I think dogs might well be released soon. I think it's going to be a good plan for us. Get these guys all the way around. Okay, looks like dogs can start on these guys. I'm quite happy for them to do that. Actually, no, these guys, second dogs do something else. That works for me. Right, you guys charge into there. That'd be good. I think I was too late with that. Oh well, doggies are all going for the same unit. It's fine, as long as we make sure that unit doesn't last too long. Got the cataphract charge into those ballistas there. They are gone. Pull yourselves back out then. Make sure this time we don't get stuck in the melee for too long. Now, what I need to do then is get my extra general unit back there and use him to go clear off those few men. I really don't want those dogs to run off for no good reason. Actually, go and take on the legionary cohort. Why not? They're right there. I'm sure we can break those without any problem. Thank you very much, my good general. Down to one, those guys over there. Barbarian Warlord continues to fight. Heavy chariots, get yourself into here. That'd be lovely. The dogs have turned away at this point, and if we can get these guys to skirmish a bit, that works for me. They're auxiliary anyway, actually. Just get the cataphracts into them, and the chariots will mop them up. Good! We're pretty much where we want to be at this point. They're throwing javelins, we're throwing heads at them. This is all very much in our favour. We're just going to hold the line there. Keep going for my mercenary hoplites, which is irritating because I want them alive as much as possible. Oh well, not a problem. The dogs have come for these guys. Ah, they know where to defend. Just defend our line, chaps. Defend our line. Ballistas will be taken out. Okay. This could have been problematic. They did some good units here, but no need to worry at this stage. They are indeed going to get stuck fighting. Our war dogs will charge into the back of them. That will clear them out. Lovely, lovely stuff. Back into position. Hold our line, sirs. You just need to be as defensive as possible. And these guys are charging in. Lovely. Pull yourselves back out. To be honest with you, I think we're pretty much ready to just go on a full charge to finish this off. We'll go and get the extra guys back here to go clear them off. That should make things easier for us as we go and finish off the army here. Lovely. We've got them flanked. They're going to charge in. This is really their last charge. All of you guys, war cry. I'm actually going to remember to do it this time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to war cry, followed by a charge that's actually well timed in order to counteract them. Let's go! All the heads coming in as that charge happens. Lovely stuff. I don't think they're going to last very long. We're going to get, yeah, all of our men in. General's going to swing around the side, and that should pretty much be the day one. And that's the dogs. That is the dogs. Lovely. Yeah, just got to make sure anything the dogs are chasing, we mop up the rest of those units. I suppose sometimes it's okay when we lose the chariots at the start, like we did here. It often just means that you can mop up later using the remnants of those chariots. So it's not really a problem. As long as you break their cavalry, I'm happy. As long as the chariots do that job, I'm pleased about it. Right, missiles, missiles, missiles. Please stop shooting. That'd be marvellous. Head hurlers, you're also done. Yeah, honestly, like everyone's pretty much done with their missiles at this point, aren't they? Accretions used all of theirs up for sure. Right, well, mopping up job. We've lost a bit here, 17%. Actually, not too bad. Unfortunately, mostly the mercenaries, they seem to have targeted the hoplites. And yeah, the slingers, the other unit, got themselves completely killed. To be honest, I'm not too worried about that. The slingers aren't really a big deal for me. It's more just, they're just there for a bit of, I don't know, a bit of tactical play, I suppose. We are, lovely work here. Need to get more of the hoplites. It'd be nice to have them for the line. More the Cretians specifically, because those rip apart the Romans. Yes, under the great Cretan gods there, the statue, the Colossus of Rhodes, great archer. There we are. We can just about see a bow on his back. I think that's a bow. Is that a bow on his back? I think it is. Anyway, good victory for us here, and I'll see you back on the campaign map. Heroic victory! Yes, 10 times the kills for us over them. Lovely stuff. Rodin Slingers lost 3 experience. Basically, they are dead. Bit unfortunate, but can't complain too much. Retinue, trait increase. Okay, +3 command. Just a standard gain there, but it is a heroic victory, so the game is happy to commend him for it. Retrain what we can, but honestly, our money is a bit low right now. So I'm just going to have to go around the map, sort out a few of the public order issues are probably caused by changing the capital. Figure out if that actually is the best place for it. It might be somewhere else is better suited. Camelot's pretty more central, but yeah, in terms of money, maybe these bigger towns down in Italy are going to be better, especially if we're going to be moving that way going forward. Well, it seems like the Brutii are now descending back towards Pendragon, and that means that we need to go and clear them off. So Esclabor, our wonderful, wonderful defensive hero here, he's going to have to fend them off. So, got Captain Appius here at the front. He's just a pile of old trash. To be fair, they've got some experience on them, but basically a load of the old guard that I'm sure we can take out without too many problems. Behind him, though, is Marcus Hirtius, who, yeah, 6 experienced Praetorians, but injured. Full stack there, though, as well as some legionaries. Be a little bit careful, that could cause some problems. A couple of units of archer auxilia as well. I think we'll be fine for that. Tim Flavius, some more scraps at the back. So, interesting one. I think what we need to do is plough for this first unit ASAP. That will set us up to take out the rest of the forces. So I think that's what we're going to have to do here. Nice and quick into Appius, then reform to take on these guys. We've got plenty here to take them on. Got some really good retraining in. So I think our chariots are going to look very potent indeed. Let's go. Straight away we're going to run into position because these guys are not too far away from the main battle here. So all of my chariots, get yourself around that flank. Let's start tearing them to shreds nice and early on. They've not been sensible enough to leave this force back to meet up and cause one massive killing machine. That really works for me, so we'll get around the back. We'll get all the archers shooting in. This army, I don't think has any archers. It's all Vitelli's and units like that. Slingers, all of you should just be shooting at this point, frankly. Good, 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 good. Okay, we have them a bit all over the place at this point. You guys get into there, you guys get into there, you two chaps get into there. That works very well for me indeed. Slingers, all of you pull back. Chosen swordsmen all go onto cheery, cheery, cheery mode. That's absolutely fine. Somehow the slingers just managed to pull back there. A little bit surprised. My 3 slingers, if you guys can just get yourself over there, I would enjoy that greatly. Chariots of Death. If you can pull it out of there, that would be magnificent. We just want to make sure you're not getting yourself completely killed. Lovely stuff. Right, all of those units are around him, so please make sure that you are not skirmish mode, that we can take these guys out nice and sensibly. Okay, good news, good news. That's most of them gone. Roman cavalry need to go down. We'll get our archer shots in whilst we can. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Right, auxilia are just going to charge in there, going to get annihilated. Marvellous news. Right, I think, honestly, it's just a case of everyone walk right, and then we're going to get into them. Into the Roman cav from that particular end of the battlefield then. Marvellous stuff. And at this point, it's just a case of running forward, trying to take all of these out right now. Okay, everyone get in. Everyone get in there. The chariots are coming in from behind. They're going to fall apart. Lovely stuff. All missiles, please stop shooting for now. Missiles, if you guys can just... Oof! Yep. Yeah, well, the missiles seem to have done the job. Thank you, slingers. Lovely work. We will get them to reform over here. All my cavalry, minus the general, you go and finish off the auxilia that are left remaining. The rest of us, we're going to reform a new line. And I think we'll get the chosen swordsman as the kind of front part of that. A couple of them taking a hit. Otherwise, we're looking very good indeed. These guys can be the auxiliary units in behind. No idea where the other 2 went on there. I think they got distracted by fighting. So we'll have to pull those guys back into formation. We've got a charge going on over here. Roman cavalry getting in. General, just charge in right now. Just charge in right now, everybody. Do not let them hit our slingers. Alright. Right. We need to reorganise these guys because I don't need to worry about these chariots getting on with this any longer. Get into the Roman cavalry. Tear them asunder. And I think at this point, swordsmen, get in there. Good. Their cavalry didn't really get the charge we're looking for. At that point, we can chill out just a little bit. Right, slingers, start going on to shooty mode. Although I should probably get my general to pull out of there. So, general, you get into them. Chosen swordsman, back into position. That works for me. Okay, good. No longer battle is a hunt, but that's only for some of this battle. We need to be very careful about that. So, chariots, get yourself out of there. These swordsmen have been hit by their general. Might as well, guys, come and help out while you're there, to be honest with you. You can help with that particular bout. Chariots in behind is probably not going to be what he wants to see. The rest of you get into that unit of Roman cavalry. They don't like it at all. Dogs. Where are my dogs, by the way? Oh, I don't know. I didn't release them properly. Either way, we're going to head them in at this point. Go and get those Praetorians. Slingers are going to deal those guys a hefty blow. Start running in general. Get yourself back across the battlefield. It's got a little bit messy here at this point. I can get these chariots in. That'll be lovely. Our chariots in the rear here seem to have started fleeing, which isn't the best, but at least maybe I just gave them a different instruction. I don't know. I don't really know anymore, but at this point I'm not particularly bothered. You guys get into the flanks, see what you can do. These war dogs, they're over there. Just hunt down their war dogs. I don't even know what's happening anymore. It's all chaotic and mad. Cavalry, come in and help us out. Any infantry left? Right, these spare infantry, we need to commit you now. And these infantry likewise. Let's try and get these slingers around the flank. You can do a bit of medieval 2 style on them, hold them in position, start taking them out. All cav. Work your way over here. We are going to plough through them, try and reform some sort of position. Looks like Praetorians over here. In fact, so we'll swing back that way. We'll try and take out some of these on the way. Legionary cohort, they don't break too easily, do they? No, they don't indeed. Okay. Another general going. Is that their main one? I don't know where he is anymore. Okay. Oh, it's a chaos over here. Right, the Praetorians are gone. The Praetorians are gone. That is good news indeed. Right. Let's just pause up for a second because it's got very, very chaotic. Let's get all infantry, no matter if you're the reserves or not, all of you into one position. All of my slingers, what's left of you anyway, into that position. Lovely, all units running. Thank you verily, verily, verily. Now my chariots, I really have almost nothing left. So chariots, just chase these guys off. My general himself, having been very brave in this battle, can now put himself into that position. Lovely stuff. Right, you get over there. I've definitely lost a bit of a control of my commander in this battle. Not the most eloquently fought, but lots of reinforcements constantly coming in. It's a little bit tricky. So, as their last set come in, this is looking good. I reckon, yeah, you guys go and get the Archer Auxilia. Over here, war cry. War cry, war cry. Bit late for you guys to get in position, honestly. Get yourself out to the flank. We'll get some shots into them. Marvellous stuff. Right, where are you? These guys, just get some shots into the legionary cohort. And the rest of you, if you can war cry, please do. We'll get a charge in momentarily. Yes, lovely. Slingers, you get yourselves out to a flank. Start charging in. 2 into there. 2 into there. Yeah, Triarii coming into us now. Into the Auxilia. You shoot into the flank of the Auxilia. Those are routing at the back. We got them cleared out. Everyone else into these Hastati, please. That'll be magnificent. And General, I think, to be honest, yeah, come and help out against this Auxilia. Yeah, they're routing. That's fine. General, get back into this central area then. Finish off those units. They're just about the last. Oh no, some archers. Get the archers! Okay, chariots. Just need to finish off the last couple units here. It's been messy, but they've had a lot of men and yeah, we've had to reorganise several times here. We face them all as one. It could have gone wrong. But equally, that might have actually helped us. Who knows? Either way, the chariots have done their job. And once again, they've sacrificed themselves. Did not utilise the dogs there. I very much lost them when I shouldn't have. Bit of a shame. But on the whole, I think it's just these guys left to take out. These auxiliary will break as soon as we get anywhere near them, I imagine, because everyone else has already left the battlefield. There they go. What has left them? What is left? Just the random war dogs. Just the war dogs haven't fled. There we go. Not surprising in some ways. They tend to wander off, don't they? And in time, we will eventually get the congratulations, you've won message. We'll see 43% to 88. That is a brutal affair, but these slingers will soon do their job. Lovely work. Okay, well, the general here has got himself fully into battle day. Escobar has really thrown himself around. He's done some good work, though. A few men left to kill. We'll get charging them down on these lads. Slingers might as well turn around and get those guys dealt with. And with that, we've got ourselves a big victory here. A heroic victory there for us. A little bit tricky, it must be said. Yeah, a few losses in the battle, but we've still got a half stack remaining. We can certainly fight off the scraps that remain for us. Yep. Good work, good work. Only that tiny force left. We'll get back in the city for now then, I think. To be honest with you, yeah, you might as well head back with your mates over in that direction. Right, Pendragon. We're out of money right now, so we're going to have to figure that one out. Oh, retinue expands. Marvellous stuff. What did you get yourself? A famous warrior. Always nice to have, isn't it? Lovely, lovely, lovely. After the kill it is now, by the way, just over here. Just thought we'd see if we can pick a fight with them. I'd rather fight them out in the field. They don't seem to want to come to the bridge, so picking a little fight with them in the field seems like a sensible enough idea. Or maybe mop them up after that. Looks like the Julii forces are spreading out a little bit. Ariminum looking vulnerable. I think what we need to do is start heading some of these Massilia troops over westward. Nothing too good here, but just a few extra men to help bolster the ranks. You know, it's always nice for auxiliary troops. Chariots, of course, always throw themselves under the bridge for the rest of our men. Lovely stuff, that. Now, as of these, we have cleared off the forces that are around here. And yeah, Alexandria has settled down a tiny bit, but honestly, not a lot. Orion has just got married though, so hopefully we'll get some children out of him soon. He's got himself a witch, which certainly increases those chances. And yeah, some extra druids coming out. We need to kind of plot our attack on Egypt. So what I probably want here after this is to start getting a few spies out, to have a tiny bit of scouting before we really commit to that. Cyrene over here, yeah, is blockaded at the moment. Not great, which does remind me, ourselves a few little boat battles to take on with our full fleet. We lost the other boats that were over here, so we might as well go and chase these lads down into the sea. Marvellous stuff. So we'll get these guys just to head over here and mop up anything they can. That is lovely. Alright, well, we'll end our turn. We'll see what else happens. And obviously we still have Germany to think about. Not a lot's happening at the moment, but you never know. We might well have something interesting come up yet. Don't think, though, it's likely to be any murders, because these guys have a very low chance of picking these guys off at this point. Oh, yes, the Germans are indeed going to have a poke, and I think it might be an interesting one. Ah, hey, a huge amount of mercenaries. So, Illyrian mercenaries, though, nothing to enough to shake a stick at. They're pretty decent, all things considered. But yeah, a lot of mercenaries and a lot of troops that are fairly simple to get rid of. Only one spear warband. They're the ones I don't like, of course. Look at this. Security conscious, suspicious, bodyguard. I wonder where he got all of this from. Probably, yeah, probably me. 2-to-3 ratio. Honestly, I feel like I'm okay with this. We can probably do it. We've got a shield bearer for your valour. +1 morale to troops. Yeah, we got bloody as well, which is extra morale. We have all sorts to help us here, which is marvellous. Yeah, untouched by fear. So +3 morale over here for Urien. I think we've got this. Just got to worry about that reinforcement group. But we'll go and pin these. We'll go and smash these guys as soon as they enter, I think. It's going to be the best way. Straight away, we are going to attack the forces from the town itself. That works for us. Look, we got the heavy chariot straight in. are on this flank. Marvellous stuff. Axemen and Screeching Women all going to immediately get hit with about 5 units of heavy chariots over here. This is lovely, lovely stuff. We do have all the spears on this particular army, the spear warband to contend with. Be just a little bit careful. That's why we've got those chariots over there. We can pick off everything that isn't spear. There we go. There's a spear as well. Let's just get them mopped up, mop them all up immediately. And actually the spears aren't even a worry if we're going to make them all rout. This is brilliant stuff. Oh, I love it. They're wavering. Let's just see if we can get them to break, because if their pikes are down, we are in big trouble. But no, they're broken. They are broken. This is just brilliant stuff here. Shoot into those spear warband. And if we are careful enough not to hit the wrong spears in the wrong position, we are going to break them straight away. Yep, we've got them. We've got them. Get our other guys into that flank. Pile in on them all, please. And that'll pretty much be everything gone straight away. This army is melted apart. That is absolutely spectacular. I love it. I love it. I love it. Right, where's the other army? There's someone who's dead. Somewhere in the forest, I think. So let's just pull back over here, please, chaps. Oh, that was truly something special in terms of an ambush of chariots. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Heavy chariots over on the right, light chariots out on the left flank, because then we're shooting into their non-shield side. Always the better way around to go. Just let those few men get away. We'll probably shoot with a few arrows as they go. The 5 of them probably down to 2 or 1. You can see there that they've been falling down. Yeah, they're down to 2. Maybe those guys will get away, luckily. Lucky for them, eh? We've actually got a little bit of a charge over here. Hadn't noticed that. One of the warlords is coming into the light chariot. Better go and deal with this chap nice and quickly then. Heavy chariots are also being charged over on this side. A little bit strange that they're piling on them, but they have indeed chosen to attack us this way. I reckon we can tear them apart. I'll be a little bit more worried about the light chariot, albeit that is a general fallen. Looks like they're doing perfectly fine out here by themselves anyway. Love it. I absolutely love it. Okay. Light chariots, you bring yourself back over here and we'll get the general in to come and help you, because I think that would be good for the main guy here, because he's the factionaire or the faction leader. Need to make sure that we don't get ourselves too stuck with him. It can be very painful indeed if we're not careful about it. Let's start getting these dogs out on them, because I don't think they're going to like it. Alright, let's get these chariots into the chosen warlord. Get these dogs into them as well. Get the infantry starting to run in. Marvellous stuff. Infantry, just start charging, because our cav is going to catch up very soon and smash them from the side. Get into those mercenaries over there. Their general's not happy. If we're unlucky, we'll lose Irian. Very unlikely, I would suggest, because we will tear them apart. Yeah, he's already routing. He is routing, and with that, I think you'll find that he's going to be killed. Lovely stuff. Just going to be careful about this one unit back here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, these guys are taking heavy damage, by the way. The light chariots are largely killed by the 2 generals, but definitely worth it, I would suggest, if it means that we can, get him out of the battle, because he could cause us a lot of problems. So, with him gone, that makes life a lot easier. Spear warband can be charged down by infantry. No, they don't like it. They don't like it. This is just a hunt. The Germans can do nothing to us. We are Britain versus Germany here. Yes, 2 World Wars, 1 World Cup, etc., etc. And down the Germans go. Heroic victory. Look at that, 2,300 kills to only 140 for them. Few chariots killed by their generals, but otherwise they completely collapsed. This is a half-stack chariot army at this point, and yeah, mix in a few dogs. There's no way they are going to hold. That is magnificent. Bordesholm pretty much ready to walk into at this point. Clear victory for our auxiliary boat force. And with that, Bordesholm, at long last, that can fall to us. We'll have a simple walk in, I think, here. Few of the dregs of that battle, particularly the first part of the battle, where obviously we had to simply, just let them cross over the old red line there. Lovely stuff. Bordesholm has been captured. We'll turn down to low tax rate for now. Should we get a stone wall? You know what, a stone wall will certainly help us as we work forward. Saying that, do you want a weaponsmith? Where else can we get ourselves those chariots. No, we can get them over here. No need to worry about any of that. We'll just see what merging we need to do. The heavy chariots are actually pretty well catered for. They survived that very well indeed. Okay, we'll retrain over there. That is good news, good news. One of our spies in Marco Manni has died. That's a bit of a shame. Been there a little while. Faction A 9%, and we got ourselves killed. Not surprising. We've had too many pops at them, to be honest, haven't we? You know what? I'm just going to move on to the next town. Home sweet home is over in this direction, isn't it? So yeah, we'll head on to that in good time. Good time indeed. Right, heavy chariots. You go over there as well. We'll go and get. Oh, there's so many chariots. This is just amazing. This is just pumping them out like utter madmen over here. Few of those guys. We'll get ourselves, you know what, a tavern will absolutely do. A couple of those peasants. Lovely stuff. Right. Well, we'll probably leave it here for the moment. It's been an interesting one. It's been a bit of a setup, really, hasn't it? We've been trying to draw them into a few battles. A big battle here. Just fending them off whilst we await our counter-attacks. It's not that they're going to come for me. I might have to push into them. I was hoping to use the mountain to defend myself, but I reckon we should be bold enough with King Arthur to go and win that battle ourselves. So that is indeed what we might well have to do next time. So we'll try and clear out the seas, because increasingly we do have a few more boats. Looks like this force will be able to build up its admiralty and be able to build up its general experience, which always does help as you go forward. So we'll take out the ships. We'll start to dominate this part of the world. Reinforcements are on their way. We're going to try and smash their armies, and hopefully things will fall into our lap before too long. Indeed, that would be very helpful. It certainly would. So I think as we get ourselves a new spy, we'll probably just start to plot that. Oh yes, and of course in the east next time what we'll be doing is thinking about when and how. The when and how if we deal with Alexandria here, because we can't. We don't actually have a trader, a market. Tell you what, let's get the market down, because it probably would help us out. And we'll just pile on some peasants in the meantime. I'm sure it will all be absolutely fine. Yes, lovely stuff. Is he picking up any bad traits for dealing with this stuff? Not necessarily, but yes, he's actually got several different retinue now at this point. He's looking very, very good indeed, with the lever running the city to his brother in a few turns' time. Right, I will leave you. It's been a productive day, and indeed it looks like we've managed to push back against their pushback, and now we are just a turn or two will be retrained and ready to go. I will leave you. I'm Thomas, this is Untitled Chapter, and this has been our King Arthur campaign. Thank you and goodbye. They are just throwing themselves to their deaths. Woohoo! Chunky, chunky, chunky death. Oh, that wasn't a very good charge. Oh, we're flying. There is no one near beside him. Yeah, axe in the head. Axe in the head. Yeah, beautiful.